I've been surviving, not living. I've spent years putting everyone else first. My wife, my 6 kids, my boss at work. Somewhere along the way, I forgot about me. And that needs to change. I'm not as happy as I should be. I believe that we exist to be happy, and I want to be happy. And so I've made a decision that today is my low point. Or today, I don't mean that in a bad way, but today everything will start moving in the right direction. Today I will be more disciplined than I was yesterday, and life is gonna get better. I matter. The past few years have been a roller coaster for me. COVID hit, my sales job dried up, commission checks all but disappeared, and the company culture degraded to the point where it brought out the ugly in a lot of people around me. And everyone was worried about losing their jobs, but before that could happen, I was able to find a different job. I felt like I kind of clawed my way into a new job, but with the ever-changing economy at the time, I soon found myself laid off a few months later. So from there, I spent about a year unemployed, and it was a struggle. I would interview at lots of different places. I had varied experience in sales and didn't think it would be hard to get a new job, but it was a weird time. AI was starting to come out, and I would get interviews from like robots or computers or however you want to look at it. And if I didn't say things exactly right, I wouldn't make it to the next step. Some companies I was able to get in and would get to the 3rd or 4th or 5th interview. You'd think it was the final interview, and I wouldn't get an offer. I just couldn't seem to get an offer. It was really frustrating, and you start to wonder about your self-worth at that point, and it's a blow to your confidence. And I wouldn't excuse me, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. The only reason we were able to get through it is due to the kindness and service of family and friends and neighbors around us. And while I was grateful for the things they did for me and my family, on the flip side, I was kind of ashamed that I couldn't take care of my own family and couldn't provide what we were in need of at the time. And I knew I couldn't depend on them forever. And so while this was going on, I randomly ran into an old elementary school friend of all people, and we talked and vented and shared a little bit about what had been going on in each other's lives. And ultimately, he was able to get me a temporary position at a local sporting goods store where he was working part-time. And while I was grateful for it, it wasn't something I knew could be long-term for me. It just didn't it didn't provide enough for what our family was in need of. So the employee discount was nice, and ultimately we were able to get a few things for the Christmas holiday that was happening during that time, and so I was grateful for it, for sure. A few months down the road, I was able to finally get a position at a local trucking company. And while it's a pretty good gig most of the time, I wouldn't say it's my life's calling or anything, or that I'm overly passionate about what I do. I feel like I'm good at it, and it's a growing company, and there are things that could be improved, and growth opportunity is strong, but ultimately would love to live life on my own terms and have the freedom and opportunities that I feel like I deserve and my family deserves. Recently, it all just kind of hit me that my family deserves a better version of me, and I deserve to be happy. I believe that we exist in order to have joy, and I wouldn't call the last few years of struggle a joyful experience by any means. Don't get me wrong, there's been happy moments and I've learned a lot through the process, but I feel like life has something more for me and I'm gonna go get it. If you've ever felt stuck or stagnant, or like life has you stuck in survival mode, you're not alone. I was operating from a scarcity mindset, even though I don't believe that's who I really was. And sometimes in life, as we walk along the path, we misstep. Maybe we screw up and make mistakes, or maybe we just don't see things in our way. Maybe we step on a thorn bush or turn our ankle on a hidden obstacle of some sort. I think you get my point. I'm here to change that. I'm going after, or I want to become the person that I've always thought I would become. I know I'm not that person. For me, I think it comes down to discipline, and I should be more fit and more healthy. And I know, I enjoy soda pop too much, and I don't eat as healthy as I should. I like my Philly cheesesteaks and French fries, or whatever your favorite unhealthy food is. I'm right there with you, and I know that as I work to be more disciplined and do the work that ultimately I know I should be doing, that I'll get the results that I really want. So that's where I'm starting. I think the lesson is you don't have to have it all figured out to start. Just start. You'll figure it out. Take that first step, then take the next one and the next one. And before long, you start building some momentum and things start going your way. Do some of the things that light you up. What do you want to pursue? What are the things that make you happy? You heard me say it a little bit earlier. I believe that we're here to experience joy. Fill your life with more of those joyful things. What are the things that light you up? Maybe it's going for a walk, or maybe it's, I don't know, I like random weird stuff. I called myself a hobby collector at one point. When I was little, I liked inline skating, and I recently put on inline skates again, and man, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face for a bit. It was so much fun. And what are some of those things that you did as a kid that maybe you felt you've been, you're too old for now? Or get out there with your kids and share some of your childhood experiences with them. Some of the stories that you have from when you were a kid, help them experience your memories with a new set of eyes, with their eyes. It's a fun thing. I like doing that with my kids for sure. If you're going through your own life reset, drop a comment below. Tell me what you're going through. If there's anything I can do to help out, I'm happy to help. If you want to know anything more about what I've shared today, please just ask. Like I said, I'm happy to help. I'm just getting started. If you want to come along for the ride, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully we can make this about achieving our goals together. Love to have you along. Till next time, see ya.